Okay, this is a quick demonstration and a little bit of background on kind of my setup. So I work with Exec Online and also do some online teaching at the high school level. And I'm building out a studio here. So a couple of things. The featured device today is this one. This is called the ATEM Mini. It's made by Blackmagicdesign. It costs about $300. It allows you to bring in up to 4 different HDMI inputs from cameras, computers, and other devices, iPads with appropriate adapters, and allows you to be able to mix them, not mix them, but switch between them. So this is technically a video switcher. And it switches them, allowing you to then take that output and output it as an HDMI feed or as a USB feed. And in my case, I'm feeding it into my MacBook Pro here for purposes of mixing different inputs. But what it really basically does is this becomes a webcam input into the MacBook Pro, and then I can use it with Skype, Blue Jeans, Zoom, and anything I really want to that I would have normally used a webcam for. So right now you're seeing this shot is being taken with an iPhone 6 Plus that has an adapter to an HDMI input, and this is my camera 3, which is this green input here. And that if I switch to my camera 1, you'll see me here. I have another camera in the background kind of filming all this so I can show you some B-roll of my setup behind the scenes. So right now you see my office setup, not a really elegant background. I do have, to make it a little bit interesting, I decided to throw a little bit of light on the back wall to kind of distract you from the closet door and the room door. I don't have my bookshelves are over on the side here, and it doesn't really lend itself to being used. Plus the room's a bit cluttered, which you'll probably see on some of the B-roll footage. So it looks nice and clean here. It looks simple. In the background here, I just simply have an old, $10 fixture from Home Depot with a little bit of diffusion fabric on it and a Hue light bulb in it, and it's one of the Hue light bulbs that can change color, so it's giving me that little bit of accent light in the background. Small thing, there's lots of different ways you can do that. Let's get back to the ATEM Mini though. What's nice about the Mini is not only does it have HDMI inputs, but it also has microphone inputs, 2 of them, 2 sets. So right now my microphone's on. If I wanted to turn it off, you didn't hear me say I've turned it off, but I did. And I could also put a second input in for audio to maybe hook up an iPhone for a call that I wanted to mix in, or music, or some other type of stereo input. It's the 3.5 millimeter adapter type. So nothing really fancy here. This is an inexpensive device. It's $300. It's designed to give you a lot of capability, but it's not a pro box. The other nice thing it does is it automatically upsamples or downsamples whatever you put into it to 1080p. So you can't do 4K on this, but you can get a nice feed. This could be really useful for video podcasters, live streams, and things like that as well. It also has some other capabilities like switching. You've noticed as I've been switching, hang on here, let me switch to my other camera, my computer in the background. I have another computer hooked into it, but it's decided to go to sleep. So we're going to actually decided to. So for example, I can have I actually have another Mac here, or I could have an iPad, and this shows me my presentation on Welcome to PowerPoint. So this is kind of an interesting way to be able to mix things. So again, that was my input 2. If I hit 2, I'll get to that. If I hit 1, I'll fade to that. I can do straight cuts, so I hit the cut button here, auto button. Auto will allow you to do different lengths of feeds. Let's say I want to do a really slow fade. I can do a really slow fade if I want to, or I can do a really fast fade. I can do picture in picture. So if I do picture in picture here, camera 1 is what the default picture in picture is. You can change that in software, but whatever camera 1 is, that'll stay the picture in picture. So I'll actually leave it this way for a little bit. So now you can see along the bottom here, I have lots of different options. I won't go into all those today. You can get into the manual, and you can have audio following video. You can do a lot of different kind of more advanced things that I'm still learning, so I won't bore you with those. You can do different kinds of switches. So for example, I actually don't even know how to do that right, so I'm not even going to bother. So these are some of the other capabilities you have. There's one. Okay, so I can do a top to bottom, I can do a side to side, and I can do things like this. So there's lots of different things you can do with a basic box. Another thing that you can do is using their control software. You can go in and play with things like here you can add graphics and lower thirds and all that. Again, overkill for most of this. The switcher though does allow you to do a lot of other things, like put in lower thirds, like perhaps your name and company or things like that. And you can play around with that. You can also program macros to do things with it. Again, just to let you know what you could do, but the basics of it for my purposes are to be able to switch sources. And let's go back to this, and let's go back to that. So I want to be able to mix sources and be able to kind of put this all together. Now let's get away from that. In the background here, you'll see my setup, and I'm going to go ahead and relight the room so you can see this a little bit better. So hold on. So I've faded it to black right now, and I've changed my lighting. I'll be coming back. So this is nice if you don't want folks to see you moving around the room. So let's come back. Now the room's a little more lit, and I can show you the B-roll. So basically, I'll put a link or I'll provide a little bit of information, maybe a URL across the bottom. There's a podcast, actually a YouTube channel that I used for a lot of this, the idea of this setup here. So the gentleman there gives you all kinds of information about how this all works. So I've got a couple of LED lights. I've bought some cheap fabric to kind of diffuse that light a little bit more. Got these setups for my boom microphone here, my Lumix camera in the background. I have a setup here for another camera if I want. I can actually use this camera that's shooting the ATEM Mini. I have a mount back there for this camera and some lens, some add-on lenses from a company called Moment that allow me. This is a nice little telephoto lens that I can add on to this setup here, put it back there, and then be able to get the kind of framing of the shot I want. So that's another set of tools. The basic room layout, you can probably see it's a mess here, which it usually is. I've got some basic moving blankets on either side to kind of dull the sound, plus these sound absorbers. These are home-built sound absorbers. They take the echo out of the room. I actually have a big one in the back that you can't see up on an upper shelf to take some of the bass frequencies out. So the room's pretty neutral. That allows me to have some decent audio. So I know this is a lot. Let me come back to my main camera. But this is kind of how I've set it up to be able to do some interesting stuff. I haven't even scratched the surface with this ATEM Mini, but you know, if you want to get a good box to convert a camera signal like I have on my Lumix camera to be able to go into my PC or Mac as a webcam, you're talking a minimum of $100, and some of the better ones are $300. Well, this box does that, but it does it times 4. Plus it adds audio inputs and lots of video processing. So bang for the buck. I really like it. So that's really it. Just sharing this with a few folks that I think might find it helpful. And on the YouTube connection, I'll put some additional links to some of the resources I've seen over the years or over the last 6 months to put this all together. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.